All right, this is Joe Farinaccio from smalltrimarans.com. I'm here at the Annapolis Boat Show with John Elan, okay? And of course, Jim Brown is here with us today. John knows Jim. We just found out from having met years gone by. But I'm going to ask John to tell us about his trimaran here and go into some detail and talk about some of its unique features.
This is the one of the Elan 7.7s. We do several versions of it. This particular one is a demountable one. It was made for a specific client with specific needs. Basically, he was doing a charter and he wanted to have flat surfaces for his charter clients. So having the very stiff armors allows that to occur. We do a swing wing version, obviously, and do a folding swing wing version of a 35-footer with two cabins or two separate areas inside, a main salon as well, head, galley, all of that, and have numerous versions of 26 that also include an extended cockpit for sailing schools and headboat operations. And then the ultimate version of the 26, which was our first boat, had a set of twin asymmetrical dagger boards in it, which allowed the boat to go 28 knots under sail. All of our boats are designed for single-handed sailing. All of the boats have, relative to everything else out there, oversized AMAs. The least we have is 185% buoyancy on any one AMA, which allows you to drive the boat further, farther, faster, and safer and drier. And there are other features that make these boats uniquely dry as far as trimarans are concerned. I've only been doing this since 1985, been in production since 1990, do very little, if any, advertising, and produce to a very high build quality. So I generally get people who come to me after they have experienced the traumas are buying lesser boats.
Right.
So I just do my own thing. I keep it at high quality, and we've had clients who have been all over the world in these things. I've got an adventure guy in Alaska. Years ago, one of the boats was stolen from Miami, and I would get these calls from my friends in the Coast Guard and the Navy. They would jokingly chew me out for smuggling Cubans, and it wasn't me. And eventually, the boat was recovered and sold to a gentleman who showed it to me. It was all scoured up, but the laminates were fine. Everything was fine. As I said, the build quality is very high. We don't push the racing thing. We only push, really cruising.
Right.
24 knot fast cruising, mind you, by yourself, but not cruising, because racing tends to bring out the best, or I should say the worst in people, as far as loading up their boats too much,
right.
Plowing them into waves. Right. We've never had a boat flip. We've never had a boat punch into a wave and do something crazy. None of them have broken. None of these crazy things that have occurred. So there have been a couple of issues out there. Owners may have redeveloped their boats and then may have had some issues, but that's not me. That's an aftermarket issue. And then still we work with them to correct their issues, their problems. But we've been doing this a long, long time. And now I'm just, after 5 years of being pummeled to get back into it, I'm back into it again. So.
Well, this is quite a beautiful looking boat, and when I look at this boat, it just speaks of performance. It just speaks of performance orientation. I was talking to the actual owner of this boat just a couple minutes ago, and he just talked about how it just performs really well, and it's very speedy under sail.
And it's also very well behaved. You make the mistake coming about, it allows you to fix it quickly. It's a very agile boat. It's a very well balanced boat. It's been developed, I guess over 25 years technically, but 20 years of my producing it. And it's just a fun boat. But again, one of several platforms we use, and assuredly one of many models we have made.
This has been great, John. Thank you so much for sharing about this particular model, and I look forward to featuring this on the blog, and thanks for letting us get to talk to you today.
And sure, and if anyone likes, the best way they can reach me is actually through usayacht@gmail.com. That is, the other email gets loaded up, and I'm having to redo it all. But the website is www.salealon.com with the 7.7 series, and shortly I'll have this all re-updated to bring in the 35s we did starting in 2004, and maybe some of the other more interesting projects if I'm allowed to show them.
Oh, that's great, John. I'd love to feature you more, and I look forward to hearing more from you and featuring you at Small Trimarans.
And also, for you interested, if you meander this way, this is Tesla. Tesla is the fastest production electric car in the world.
Wow.
And so Tesla and I have teamed up in promotions, and we don't know how far this is going, but we looked at having basically the ultimate sailboat here and the ultimate electric car, and having the ultimate eco toy corner at the boat show. So that's how all this occurred.
That's very cool. I was watching OCC, the Ocean County Chopper Guys. Did you ever watch that show?
I've heard about it.
Well, I was watching that show, and they had featured some electric motorcycles, which was seems like an oxymoron to use the word electric and motorcycles together, but these motorcycles were fast and furious. I couldn't believe the speed and the performance they got out of these machines. It was kind of neat.
This car is 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. This boat is 24 knots, single-handed.
Wow.
So those that have had the opportunity to go 24 knots are either sailing way high on the top of an ama, or they've got maybe a crew of 4 or 5 people helping them out.
Right.
This is a solo deal.
So this is great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again for your time, John. I look forward to hearing more from you.
Thank you.
Thank you.